following. Next person. Professor Kapil, please proceed.
Thank you, sir. Sir, can you use the mic for podium?
Hello. Good afternoon to all. Respected Chairperson, my co-panelist, Dr. Jaivan, and my senior professor, AKN. It's a pleasure to say that we have worked with the same supervisor for PhD work and distinguished professors, teachers, participants, and dear students. I must thank the organizing committee and the Vice Chancellor, the Registered Finance Officer of Mount University to hold such a kind of very relevant topic as a part of the international seminar. It is indeed a pleasure to share some of my thoughts. In fact, after the talk being delivered by Professor Jaina and Professor Odisha, my madam, I have missed part remain to be spoken here. Both of them have towards with global perspective, and Odisha, my madam, has also touched by linking both national and international perspective on the gender-based human topic. In fact, my coming here and saying some of the experiential knowledge become really very good as I am seeing some of the new young and budding sociologists for whom I travel all the way from Toronto, speaking about. See, most part of my life is more than half of the time which I have served in the University of Odisha. And now I am heading the department as an associate professor. The topic which I have guided for every dissertation now what I have been almost 17 MPhil dissertation has been produced and 3 PhD has been already acquired and 5 of them are working, and most of them are concerning the subject matter of the marginalized communities only, which falls under the survival perspective. So for the students, as you know, for a very simple concept, I will come out the idea of the marginalized. We are living in this society. And very rightly pointed out both these panelists and the structural inequality in the society that we can observe, we can see. Are we seeing a similar kind of situation in the society? We have been seeing different kind of people with different kind of their living standards, their occupations, their livelihoods, their habitations, their houses, all those differs. The historical roots of marginalization, how it was started to identify in the discipline of sociology. As we know, who are the marginalized communities in the society, that at least you may be aware of it since you have been studying from graduation, post-graduation, and also now we have had 2 days this international seminar, a lot of deliberation might have already taken place. And who are the marginalized communities in the society that we well aware of. But the concept, the word marginalization has been already advised began since 1830 from the Oxford English Dictionary. But the study was become much more attentive for academic focus since 1930s when the Chicago School in America started to begin study on marginalization. here in India, we have studied much more rigorously about the marginalization community since 1970 onwards. Thanks to our founding fathers of Indian society and tried to have a minimization of Indian sociology, where they have tried to accommodate the issues pertaining to the SC, ST, women, particularly from the marginalized communities. So I will be saying a very some experiential knowledge what I have done under my supervision. I won't be speaking much. I will refer as a part of the example of the basic problem being faced by a particular community. And students, I will tell you what is marginalization. In simple sense, marginalization is nothing but it is a kind of practice which is not given or denied to a particular society or community or group of people like the mainstream society. The marginalization is not new to the society at all. It has been existing since it has its own historical roots. And the post-colonial literature and the sociological studies have really contributed to frame a theoretical, methodological and conceptual issues of the study on marginalization and marginalized community. So I am highlighting only LGBTQ. So you might have heard about the transgender community. They also belong to a small society. And we know, since the evolution of the society, you might have studied Markov page and also the evolution of the society by Harvard Spencer and Tony's Jamie and Mechanical Solidarity by Max Weber and Robert with Little Traditions, where we are aware of what is small society. But here, I would like to mention about the small society is represents to the transgender community. Since the evolution of the society in sociology, we used to refer three kinds of society. In early society, there were the hunter-gatherer and pastoral community. Now we don't see them. By chance, very rarely we have been seeing in some of the other parts, people that they are not even practicing the pigeon community also belong to the small society. They are not also practicing the shifting cultivation now these days with the concern of the environmental degradation in the global warming. So the developing society, then it comes as developing society, where largely the horticulture and agriculture is being practiced, and that is somehow it is continuing. And we in India we have the tradition, the continuation of modernity and traditions, and also the continuation of the development and underdevelopment kind of situation is continuing, like rural urban type continuum as being pointed out by another company. A similar kind of situation we will find. We will find traditions, modernity, post-industrial society, globalized society, knowledge society, all together in India. If we can have some micro ecosystems. Here, the advanced society, we have already moved out from the industrial society and post-industrial society. Now we are moving toward the globalized society. We have a lot of mechanisms. In case of India, we have a lot of there is the constitution, we have administrative actions, a lot of plans and programs, but at micro level, forget about the macro level. At micro level, the marginalization still continues existing. Who is not marginalized? And you may be aware of the marginalized communities, how they are being deprived of the basic amenities like health, education, shelter, in cultural form, in political representation, in so many aspects that have been different. But here I will be referring to the transgender community. One of my students, she has carried out a study on transgender community. She came out, pointed out now. At present, all over India, as for the record, we may be having 1,500 LGBTQ students in our educational institutions. But there are not even a single higher education institution. They have special provision for these people, even having the guideline of the UGC. That is the case. And total population as for the 2011 census, we have 5,88,000 as per recorded information, 5,88,000 transgender population. Look at how many of transgender community are there in good occupations? How many of them are there in politics? What is the representation in politics and how they are being deprived of? There are about 44% of the LGBTQs or transgender community, they suffer from the mental health. Why it is happening? Because they have not been accepted by the family, they have not been accepted by the community, they have not been accepted by the society, they have not been accepted by the state. In many cases, they have been treated very, very badly with respect to their own identity. And that they are also being prone to the very deadly diseases like HIV. And in health, in the context of the health, and health practices, if you go to any medical, each community requires separate attention. There is no specialized trained professionals to handle their issues. There is no special arrangement in any of the health institute. Maybe it will be there and even the government may be knowing about it. But here in India it is not. So this is the case of the problem of the transgender community. They are being deprived in the field of education, in the field of health, and culturally they are already segregated. They are not getting recognition in the society. They are being subjected to the institutional discrimination. They have their own legal constraints, and they lack the basic education how to live their own life. And she found out there are a lot of findings about that. I won't be going to take much about this. Since this is the case of the transgender community is really happening in our own society, and we need to identify there are so many other marginalized communities, and those marginalization need to be taken. Otherwise, our dream to become a Viksit Bharat by 2047, it will remain as a dream only. You know, before I was going through while browsing the internet, and I had seen by excluding marginalization is a kind of exclusion only. By excluding the transgender community from the workforce, it is causing 1.7 trillion US dollar to our GDP. If we include them in our workforce, and that much can contribute to our GDP. So this is the case. It is the case of 5,84,000 population, which during 2011 census, now it might have almost doubled. So this is the case of a particular kind of people in our society. If we include the rest of the marginalized community through different plans, programs, and we can able to include them in our mainstream society and in our main workforce, then you just imagine what kind of economic progress can take place in India. So that is the case with, about what is happening with other marginalized communities in the society, like scheduled tribe, scheduled caste, what is the percentage of the population, what is happening with them, and also women. Women are also being discriminated in mainstream society. Forget about the mainstream society, the well-educated and literate women. In comparison to them, if you go down to the marginalized society, their status is very neglected. Once one of my students, he has done a study on representation of tribal women in higher education. In true urban areas, she is going for a dissertation work. She came out with the result that only 2% of tribal women are going for higher education. That was the study where given in 2015 only. It's almost 10 years later. Hardly there may be increase the ratio of maybe 10%, 15% like that. So if we are really aspiring to develop our nation and building our nation, the issues of marginalized communities will marginalization can be tackled through effective plans and policies. We have to reformulate our existing plans. We need to be very individual level. at community level, at social level, and undertake various programs for the outreach member district. Thank you very much. I want to speak.
check whether experts are in ground.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. So, hello.
Hello, Professor Ajay. Professor Joy Garman. Are you able to listen to me?
Yes, yes.
Yes, actually, it's very pleasant surprise to be for the online platform.
I come.
Because I just read your message, so I'm just being online. So income to go to both the schools, so we can't listen. So I'm not a part of the university, but I've come here. So my question to Professor Joy Garman, actually your presentation was very interesting. So what is the way forward this challenging situation?
Specific to any country or any region or any locality. And all of you have rightly identified a lot of issues, challenges, as well as the solutions. Ultimately, there are many laws. Like once President Obama said, Constitution is just a piece of paper. If we citizens don't follow it, it is just a piece of paper. It has no meaning. So laws are similarly just a piece of paper until we wholeheartedly follow those. So having said that, thank you all and thanks to your convener for organizing this wonderful session, and I hope the younger generation will go forward with these ideas and they will try to find right solutions for the society. See, finding problems is easy. You can always find problems. You can always say this is not working, that is not working. But to take the initiative, take the courage to fix those is more important today. So, in technology, in particular, I am from the software engineering background, IT background. So we generally say, if we can identify the root cause of a problem, means the problem is 50% solved. So, by doing research, you all are finding the root causes. So we know the problem. Now next step is the solution. You have to also think about the solutions and implement those. Having said that, once again, thank you all and keep up the good work.
Thank you, Professor Adayu. I hope you could hear us. There are a lot of technical issues, but you continue to join with us, and we slightly deviated from schedule. We apologize sincerely for that. Madam, so we meet virtually, so we will not able to say to you, but maybe we meet in person sometime in future. So, I mean, we would eagerly waiting to see you often in person in the university. We hope to meet sometime in areas. Thank you so much, Madam, for joining us. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Madam. Madam, yeah, namaste, madam, namaste. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, so now it's a time. You can put them now, and thank you so much for joining. Okay, and we'd like to have you physically here in our Mahabali University very soon. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Das, Dr. Kapil sir. Now it's time to felicitate Dr. Kapil sir. So I request the students to do the proceedings. Students.
I'd like to request our Deputy Sir to present the wealth of silver, that is elephant, to Kapil Sir and also class. Okay.
Hello? Hello? Hello, hello.
Distinguished speaker, estimated faculty members, scholar, students, and ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to everyone. It gives me immense pleasure and privilege to extend a warm and heartfelt warm welcome to you all to the validated session of our international seminar on societies in the 21st century, rethinking structure, inequality, and sustainable futures. Over the past day, we have engaged in enriching deliberation, thought provoking discussion, and a meaningful academic exchange. This seminar has truly embodied the spirit of intellectual inquiry and collaborative reflection that is essential in understanding the rapidly transforming realities of the 21st century. We are deeply honored by the gracious presence of our esteemed chief guest and distinguished guest of honor, whose academic contribution and insightful perspective continue to inspire scholars across disciplines. Your presence today adds immense value and dignity to this occasion. I would also like to extend my sincere appreciation to all the speakers, paper presenter, session chair, and co-chair participants who have contributed to the success of this seminar. Your research reflection and critical engagement have enriched our collective understanding of the structural, transformating, emerging inequalities and pathway towards sustainable futures. In an era marked by rapid technological change, social restructuring, environmental challenges, and a global interconnectedness, platforms like this seminar are crucial. They engage us not only to analyze societal transformation, but also to rethink and reimagine inclusive, equitable, and a sustainable framework for the future. I take this opportunity to express our gratitude to the organizing committee, faculty members, research scholars, volunteers, and everyone who are worked tirelessly behind the screen to make this seminar success. Our dedication and your dedication and teamwork are truly commendable. As we gather for this validatory session, let us carry forward this idea, insight, and collaboration that have emerged here. May they continue to inspire research, dialogue, and action beyond this seminar hall. Once again, I warmly welcome you all and thank you for being part of this significant academic journey. Thank you. Uh, now, now it's time for lighting the lamp. I'm requesting our dignitary please engage this lighting session.
शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपो हरतु मे पापम् सन्ध्यादीपनमोऽस्तु ते ओ दीपब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं ज्योतिषां प्रभुरव्ययः ओ दीपब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं ज्योतिषां प्रभुरव्ययः आरोग्यं देहि पुत्रांश्च मतिं स्वच्छां हि मे सदा रवेरस्तं समारभ्य यावत् सूर्योदयो भवेत् रवेरस्तं समारभ्य यावत् सूर्योदयो भवेत् यस्य तिष्ठे गृहे दीपः तस्य नास्ति दरिद्रता शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
Sir Sri Himanshu Charan Sadangi, sir, please come to dais. And then Sir Dr. Nilachala Patel, sir, please come on this dais. Madam Tattamasi Palta Singh, please, madam. And sir, our deputy registrar, sir, please come to the stage. Sir, our HOD, sir, please come to the dais. And I'm requesting Dr. Subal Tandi, please proceed next of this session.
Good afternoon. Now I request to Dr. Birendra Sanath sir to introduce our. Okay. Now I am request to felicitate. Please come, sir and ma'am. Please, sir.
May I request all dignitaries to please go to the off dais so that we will start the felicitation. May I request our volunteer students to hand over a deputy registrar sir to felicitate our chief guest of the day, Dr. Harap Prasad Mishra. He's a professor of pharmacology at Rendabaji Medical College, Kalahandi, and sir has gracefully accepted our request and wish to join with us. Thank you so much, sir, for joining with us. Now I'd like to request Dr. Harap Prasad, sir, stay there, please, sir. Sir, the chief guest of the day, to felicitate our Dr. Nilachal Patel, sir. And I would like to inform you all that sir has joined today as a controller of examination of Mamanikshari University. And I'd like to request sir, Dr. Haraprasad to felicitate Dr. Haraprasad sir Mudiyantu, and the wealth of Seta Himanshu sir Mudiyantu. Himanshu sir, can you help us? Thank you. Now I'd like to request our former HOD of our department, Sodangi sir, to felicitate our keynote speaker of the day, Professor Tattamasi Palta Singh. Madam, thank you so much for traveling from all the way Bhubaneswar and taking lots of pain and joining today. Now I'd like to request our Controller of Examinations, Dr. Nilachal sir, to felicitate our former HOD as well as Controller of Examination of the former college, Autonomous College, Sri Himanshu Charan Sodangi. So I'd like to request all dignitaries, Madam, take a Madam, take a photo line, take a Sanjay sir. May I request Dr. Kumud Chandra Panigrahi from Viswabharati University to join with us. I'd like to request our Jaydev Sahu sir. Kumud sir and Jaydev sir has a long relation. They are student and teacher. So please do the honor for us, sir. And in between, I'd like to request. I'd like to request Jaydev sir as well as Controller of Examinations and Chief Guest of the Day to felicitate our lovable faculty of our department, Arif Raza, then Suval Tandi and Dr. Rosaline Behra. Please go and receive your. And Arif sir and Sodangi sir are, I mean, student and teacher. They are very close. They know each other since long. Thank you, sir, for joining, and thank you, Arif, for joining today. Madam Rosalind, please. Madam. Okay. Great. Now, I would like to request our controller of examination to felicitate our Dr. Rosalind Vera, Faculty of Sociology Department. Thank you so much, dignitaries. Please come to the dais. And next proceeding, I would like to request Subal Tandi to carry forward. Thank you.
Now I'd request Major Dr. Jaidev Sir, Deputy Registrar, HOD, English Department, Mahamanikeswari University, to say something about our international seminar. Sir, please, sir.
Namaskar to all. Respected chief guest, respected guests of honor, Sri Himanshu Charan Sadanghi sir, former head of the Department of Sociology, not former head only, but he was the controller of examinations and simultaneously he was the chairperson postgraduate council, first chairperson of postgraduate council. Respected former professor Tatpamashi Palta Singh Madam, Department of Sociology, Sambalpur University. Esteemed Controller of Examinations, Dr. Nilanchal Patel, who was the principal of Government Autonomous College, Angul, and he joined as Controller of Examinations yesterday afternoon, and today he is with us. So we welcome him to this gathering. Of course, formally, he will be welcomed by our university tomorrow at 4 p.m. Esteemed head of the Department of Sociology, Dr. Birendra Kumar Suna sir, Dr. Priyaranjan Behra sir, Gamang sir, Arif Raja sir, and all the faculties of the Department of Sociology, my dear colleagues who are present here, the guest from USA, the media person present here, Sri Kartikeshwar Nanda sir, and all the faculty members of my university, and also the invited guests, the participants, and dear scholars, and the paper presenters, chairpersons of different sessions, dear students. At last, this is the last day, the last event of the international seminar that we conducted, that our Department of Sociology conducted. We could bring professors from Netherlands, from Germany, and from so many places. South, South Africa also. So we have been trying to be global gradually. Slow and steady wins the race. We have been doing that. We are on that process. I congratulate the Department of Sociology. I thank all the esteemed faculties of the Department of Sociology who have done very hard labor for the success of this seminar. And also to the students of the department. Uh, it is the only international seminar the Department of Sociology has conducted in our university. The Department of English and Department of Political Science, Department of History, they organized the national seminars. But sociology ventured to organize the international seminar, for which our university is obliged to the Department of Sociology. Thank you, sir. Thank you, all the teachers of the department. We have to bow in front of you because of your endeavor. So, the academic discussions went on. Yesterday, I heard, even BC Madam was telling, that some of the invited guests were telling that it is like JNU, that the discussion is going on. The discussion is going on. So the guests, they have expressed like this. So definitely we are thankful to them. We are thankful to our esteemed participants who have come to join this seminar. And definitely we are enriched today. The 21st century, societies in 21st century. Actually, it is the Department of Sociology who has a right. Everybody has right, but definitely sociology is the department, the right department to think over the social structure of the 21st century. Negatively, it has been said, Sarbe hoibe ekakara nothibo bedara vichara. But that is negatively said. But I do take it positively that yes, Sarbe hoibe ekakara nothibo bedara vichara, because the Constitution is the supreme authority here. So we have to run our society according to the Constitution of India. Equality must be there in the society. Inequality has to go. So our Department of Sociology has reflected upon this topic. So thank you. Once again, I thank everybody, and all the best. And thank you for this seminar, for the success of seminar. Thanks a lot. Jai Ma Manikeshwari. Jai Hind.
Now I would like to Sri Himanshu Charan Sarangi sir, former head, Department of Sociology, Mahamanikeశ్వరి University. Sir, please sir.
My respect to chairs, my respect to the faculties sitting in front of me, and love to students. It is a very peculiar feeling for me when I started in this college as a lecturer in sociology, teaching only +2 students. Then gradually it becomes +3 pass, then +3 honors, Now, the PG department, PG section of that department is holding a international seminar. Really feel proud of this moment. And I thank Virendra and other organizers to give me the opportunity to be a part of this momentous occasion. The year 2026 has started very high note for Odisha sociology. One of our fellow brother, Dipti, has been elected as this president of Indian Sociological Society. So we all should feel proud of this moment, and 3 cheers for Dipti. And he was there. I am sure there are many more to come, and maybe the person sitting just left to me may become another president of Indian Sociological Society. Who knows? Now, starting with mere evolutionary approach, passing on to structural approach, then to dialectical, then now to postmodernist, Indian sociology has achieved a big stride, particularly by releasing itself from the clutch of the Western think tank. The Indian sociology has come of age. And one of the pioneer of in this moment used to be my own teacher, Professor T.K. Omen. And ardent fan of Professor Omen is Professor Palta Singh. So that is also a great feeling on my part that we Indians are now thinking in terms of Indian instead of being told what to do, what not to do. So let us see to that time when the children will learn that not Kalidas is the Shakespeare of India, rather Shakespeare is the Kalidas of West. Then only we'll see that real Indianness has arrived and we should thrive in that momentous occasion with our independent thinking, independent logic. I really appreciate the topic given here. The key word is rethinking. Thinking about inequality, thinking about the other two points, they started in 60s. Now, and in 60s we have a borrowed model. Most of the pioneers, they worked in borrowed models, even our late Andre Betaille. Again, bit of borrowed model. But now we have our model. And we should rethink not only those models, rather the present generation also. Often in sociology, anthropology, political science, economics, inequality is a favorite topic. Everybody talk about inequality. Now let us talk about the rationality of that inequality. Let us not talk about inequality. Let us talk about the rationality of that inequality, because once we understand rationality, then only that inequality we can address them. And that rationality, instead of borrowing logic from West, let us invest our own rationality. And there, in that endeavor, sociology will help a lot, particularly through its empirical research and structural analysis. Uh, I should not take many of the time, much of your time, enough uh, enough of my uttering. Let us wait. I am also waiting eagerly to listen to the keynote speaker and our chief guest address because he comes from a different field. So it will be a novelty for us to listen something different. And again, I thank all of you for being here and make me part of this occasion. Thank you very much.
Now I would like to request Dr. Nilanchala Patel, Control of Examination, Mahanikeswari University. Sir, please to say something.
जय मां माणिकेश्वरी, जय जगन्नाथ. Honorable Chief Guests of the day, Dr. Kumar Hara Prasad Misra, Associate Professor, HOD Pharmacology, SR MMCH Bhanupanna Kolandi, esteemed guest of honor, Sri Himanshu Charan Sadangi, former head Department of Sociology, esteemed former Professor T. Patla Singh, Department of Sociology, Sambalpur University, Odisha. Respected Deputy Registrar and HOD, Major Dr. Jaydev Sahu, sir. Respected HODs of the department. Respected faculty colleagues, my dear students, Dream India. It gives me immense pleasure to see you all in an international seminar. It is with deep academic satisfaction. I must mention my heartfelt gratitude to all our chief guests, guest of honor, faculties, students to be part of the international seminar of the day organized by the Department of Sociology. Once again, I must mention my heartfelt gratitude to our chief guest and guest of honor to accept the invitation of the department to be part of the international seminar. Your dedication and commitment for the students is highly appreciable, sirs and madam. It gives me immense pleasure to see the students with unwavering wholehearted support, with active participation, their unwavering enthusiasm in the seminar. Dear students, you are our future. You are the future of the India. You are the future of the nation. You are the heartbeat of the nation. You are the pulse, pride, and promise of our nation. You are in the age of dream and discovery. So, I earnestly request you to be associated with the different type of seminars in different higher education institution. Apart from the best teaching learning experiences, always the higher education institution provide you the safe support service through enriched curriculum and extracurricular activities. Each and every burning topics, emerging events are must be, it should be must be a burning topic. It should be must be helpful for our society. So dear students, seminars, you must always you attend the seminars. I am very happy to see you all. So seminars ignite your talents. It gives you confidence. Seminar continuously cultivate your confidence to be a competent citizens. So dear students, I am damn sure today's seminar is the best platform for you to know about the 21st century, and it will be a enlightening and experience for you. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to request Dr. Kumar Haraprasad Misra, Associate Professor, HOD, Pharmacologist, Medical College, Bhavanipana. Sir, please come to say something.
Sir, thank you so much for joining with us. Just a brief introduction about sir, Dr. Kumar Haruprasad Mishra is Associate Professor and HOD of Department of Pharmacology, Sahid Randomaji Medical College and Hospital. He has joined in 2023, and before that he was working with the PRM MCH Baripada, and before that he was working SCM MSc Cuttack. Sir, actually, I'm also part of Randomaji Medical College as a ethical committee member and also ICC member. So I felt that it is my ownership. So I call upon Dean of the college, and she has accepted, and she said that our professor will be joining with us as a chief guest. Thank you so much, sir, for joining today. Thank you.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, of the dais, uh, respected Professor, former Professor Tattvamasi Palta Singh, Department of Sociology, Sambalpur University. Respected guest of honor, Sri Himanshu Charan Charangi, former head Department of Sociology, Ma Manikeshwari University, Bhavanipatna. Respected guest of honor, Dr. Nilachal Patel, ex-principal Government Autonomous College, Anugul, and control examination, Mahamanekeshwar University examination. The respected Major Dr. Jayadev Sahu, Deputy Registrar and HOD English, and respected HOD Sociology sir, senior faculty members, dear students. So I am very thankful to the organizing secretary for inviting me on this auspicious occasion of this international seminar. So on this occasion, all the faculty members and senior faculties have very nicely presented so many topics. So I just want to highlight few things regarding different welfare programs that are initiated to bridge this social gap. So various programs. So I will just enumerate these things like Ayushman Bharat Prime Minister Jan Arogya Yojana. This is meant for free health insurance up to 5 lakhs for all family members of BPL family. Then next is National Social Assistance Programs. Under this, Indira Gandhi National Old Age Pension Scheme. That is a monthly pension for BPL persons more than 60 years. In Odisha, we have Madhubabu Pension Scheme. Also, we have Indira Gandhi National Widow Pension. Indira Gandhi Disability Pension is also there. The National Family Benefit Schemes like one-time cash assistance to BPL families upon the death of the primary breadwinner is there. Then Annapurna scheme, that is free food grain supply, and the target groups are senior citizens, widow, disabled in BPL households. Then under PM Ajay Pradhan Mantri Anusuchit Jati Abhyudaya Yojana, this is aimed at reducing the poverty and social economic disparity in scheduled caste majority villages. These villages are also known as Adarsh Gram. Then Jal Jeevan Mission, that is provision of safe drinking water. Then Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana, that is rupees 5,000 to 6,000 cash assistant for maternity support. The National Health Mission, this provides quality, affordable health care. Then PM Shram Yogi Mandhan Pension Scheme for unorganized sector workers. Then Atal Rayo Abhyudaya Yojana, empowerment of senior citizens. Then Smile, Beggary Portal, that is for marginalized population, including the beggars. And for housing, we have PM Awas, PM Awas Gramin Yojana. In Odisha, we have Biju Pakka Gruha Yojana. Then PM Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana. So, lot of steps has been undertaken by the government, both national and our state government, to bridge this gap between different society and to treat the social inequality. So, once again, I thankful to the organizing secretary to give me this opportunity to say something. Thank you all. Jai Manikeshwar.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to request Totamasi Palta Singh ma'am, former professor, Department of Sociology, Sambalpur University, to say something, ma'am, please.
Thank you very much. And I express my heartfelt gratitude to the organizers of this event, especially Dr. Birendra Suna and his colleagues for inviting me here. So the theme of this seminar actually is very much pertinent to the contemporary society. So on this occasion, I just uh, again express my heartfelt gratitude for choosing such themes which is so pertinent in today's context. So respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, Vice Chancellor Madam in absentia of this university, and Register in absentia of this university, Sri Himanshu Charan Sadangi, former Head Department of Sociology, Dr. Rajkishore Mahana in absentia, who is the Nodal Officer, PM Usha, and Dr. Birendra Suna, HOD Sociology, and Sri Ashwin Gamang, Professor Ronald, Professor Peter Berger in absentia. So, Register in absentia, but Deputy Register is here. Dr. Nilachal Patel and Dr. Haraprasad Misra, and all the dignitaries whom I have skipped. So thank you for this wonderful occasion. So I just want to highlight some of the challenges the 21st century India is confronting, also with few global examples. So you know that our society is complex and hierarchical, shaped by caste, class, religion, gender, region, and ethnicity. So these structures influence access to resources, opportunities, and power, leading to various forms of inequalities. Social structures and inequalities in the 21st century are further shaped by globalization, technology, political systems, and hierarchical legacies. While many societies have experienced economic growth and technological advancement, inequalities remain persistent and in many instances have widened over the decades. So social structures and inequalities in India are deeply shaped by history, culture, religion, colonial legacies, economics reforms, and rapid modernization. So all these do not happen in isolation. So it's a continuous process and each one has influenced each other. Despite major progress in technology and economic growth, inequalities remain embedded in social institutions. And we have, especially in Indian context, notice the caste structures and inequalities. The caste system is one of the oldest social hierarchies in India. So we have the caste hierarchies from upper caste to lower caste and scheduled caste, scheduled tribes. And although caste discrimination is legally prohibited under the Constitution of India, it's still influencing marriage, occupation, social mobility, and reforms are strongly advocated by many social reformers, including Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. So, in addition to this, at the global context, there is racial and ethnic inequalities. Structural racism continues to affect housing, education, healthcare, and uh, policy making. Movements such as Black Lives Matter highlight systemic injustice, migration crisis, and nationalism have intensified discrimination in many regions. So, in addition to this, there is glaring class inequalities, economic liberalization, which happened starting from 1991 onwards, led to the rapid growth, growth-based uh, development, but widened the wealth gaps. And there are growing billionaires, and with, at the same time, there are people who have nothing. Urban-rural economic disparities, India's economic source consists of high-tech urban centers, at the same time, agrarian distress in rural regions. So, the wealth concentration, there are many examples that a growing share of global wealth is controlled by a small percentage of individuals and corporations. Billionaires at the global level like Elon Musk and others. In Indian context, you will find Ambani's symbolizes extreme wealth concentration, and at the same time there is extreme poverty. The gap between wages and the productivity has widened in many countries. So there is also, we have gender inequality. High income countries dominate global markets and institutions like uh, there is global inequalities in this context. There is institutions like the World Bank and International Monetary Funds remain crucial. Developing uh, notions and the nations often face debt burdens and unequal trade relationships. With regard to gender inequalities, patriarchal norms shape gender roles and which is reflected in the socialization process, in the work sphere, in the educational institutions. Issues like low female labor force participation, gender-based violence, early marriage in some regions, which is sometimes is hidden, but there are many instances where there are still early marriages, child marriages happening, which actually I also have noticed in my field work where there are many instances in some parts of the western parts of the states have still child marriage practices. Women globally still earn less than the men. There is a huge gender pay gap. In Indian context, you will find, especially in the construction industries, in agricultural labor force, there are glaring gender gaps in the wage. So, for the same kind of jobs, women and men are paid differently. So, there is underrepresentation in leadership roles in politics and corporations, and there is there are movements like Me Too movement brought attention to harassment and gender-based violence. Plus, there is LGBTQ plus communities continue to face the legal issues and legal protections. And there is also religious diversities and inequalities, which is actually speaking, our country is a very unique country, having so many different kinds of religions, Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Sikhs, Buddhists, and Jains. There is communal tensions sometimes, there is minority marginalization, there is socioeconomic disparities among religious groups, uh, despite the fact that there is unity and diversity also. So religious identity often intersects with class and caste. Rural-urban divide examples, there are many. Urban areas have better infrastructures, education and healthcare. In Indian context, in Odisha context, you will find there are regional imbalances. You will see that Western Odisha, Eastern Odisha, Southern Odisha and Northern Odisha, there are glaring infrastructure gaps. So rural areas still face poverty, unemployment, and agrarian crisis. Migration to cities leads to informal settlements and slums. And in country also, southern and western states generally show better development indicators. Some northern and eastern states face lower literacy and higher poverty. We have very high literacy states like Kerala, at the same time very low literacy states like Bihar. So there is so much of diversities, stratifications the society is confronting. And there is tribal and Adivasi marginalization. In the 21st century, tribal communities, Adivasis in India face profound inequalities rooted in systemic exclusion, resource alienation, and development-induced displacement. Despite constitutional practices and provisions, they suffer from the lowest socioeconomic indicators, including high poverty, poor health, and low literacy. I think the deliberations of this seminar, 2 days seminars, have revealed many of the facts. Even the empirical evidences have been deliberated. So neoliberal development often exploits the tribal land while they lag in accessing education, jobs, and political decision making. Scheduled tribes today face land displacement due to mining and industrialization, lower literacy rate, especially in the higher education field. You will find that only 5.5% of the tribal population have got access to higher education, and which is also in the 21st century at this juncture. So, and this is against the national higher education scenario of 27%. So actually, these are something which is matter of concern. There is so much of disparities and imbalances, limited political representations, and I will be discussing on there is a large-scale education and educational inequalities, private versus government school gaps. I think everybody must be noticing the higher range of tuition fees in the private schools, English medium versus vernacular medium schools, digital divide highlighted during COVID-19. Now, many families have smartphones, but still there is a gap. In rural areas, there is no much access. Access to technology and the internet is unequal across regions and social classes. Many technology-based companies like Google, etc., are influencing the political discourse and economic opportunities. Automation and artificial intelligence may increase the job polarization. So government versus private schools also reflecting some kind of quality gaps. People have the illusions that all private schools are very good qualities and all government schools are very low qualities. So that illusions also need to be sorted out. And institutions like IITs offer global opportunities but are accessible mainly to a small and competitive segments with affluent background. So how many IITians remain in India? So I just see this university, Bhavani Patna, Ma Manikeshwari University. I mean, there is so much of infrastructure gaps, and I must admire all the faculty members, how they manage to continue with so much of credible works. But just imagine, country like India, the one IIT, the resources and the fund flow to one IIT is equivalent to hundreds of small universities and institutions. So what is the outcome? The outcome is that almost all the IITians, they never stay in their country. They all go abroad, European countries, United States of America with lucrative jobs and salaries. So the Indian government is funding huge amount of money to the IITs and IIMs, but still the brain drain syndrome is happening. It's actually they go for better opportunities. So it's not that they should not look for better opportunities, but also the country is not benefiting much. After spending so much of money, rather they should spend such micro institutions where there is so much of possibilities, there is so much of credibility. And elite universities remain accessible mainly to higher income groups. Students' debt burdens affect social mobility. So there are varieties of educational institutions which has come up in a big ways. So there are very elite institutions completely government funded like IITs and IIMs, and also there are private institutions who follow these institutions but charge huge amount of money, like 1+ crore money for getting admission to a medical admission in private institution, 1.5 crore, 2 crores rupees they charge. So this is absolutely not accessible to the all categories of people. So there is opportunity gaps in accessing education. Students' state burdens affect social mobility. Educational inequality is often tied to funding structures. It reinforces class and caste divisions. Despite major reforms such as National Education Policy 2020 and the Right of Children to Free and Compulsory Education Act, India's education system faces several structural and implementation challenges. Free and compulsory education 6 to 14 years, which was actually talked about in the 1968 policy, followed by 1986 policies. Then 2009 also there was an act and which ensured the fundamental rights of the children. And there is 20%, 25% reservation in the private schools for economically weaker sections people, but which is hardly followed in the country like India, even in the state like Odisha. So private schools actually draw a lottery and they say that we have, very authentically selected the students from the weaker sections and we have given 25% reservations. But in reality, it does not happen because there is a huge amount of money they're losing out. So that is also, that practice also is done in a very unprofessional manner, unauthentic manner. That also needs to be looked at. So then there is funding constraints, 3 to 4% of GDP on education, below the long-standing target of 6% is also being practiced. That 6% target to the educational institutions still not practiced in Indian context. So there is inadequate funds which affect the infrastructure development, teacher recruitment, research and innovation. Many government schools lack proper classrooms, toilets, labs. Many government uh, institutions also do not have such proper facilities. Quality education also is a big challenge. There are organizations like some good civil society organizations like Pratham and all, they bring out some periodical survey to study the quality education. Many of the primary school students do not have basic reading and writing skills. So the rote learning still continues over critical thinking. There is gap between policy vision and classroom practice. So there are educational inequalities is rampant in all the contexts in India as well as in Odisha. I am not going to go much details because teachers shortage and training issues also is a big issue. I have many things to share on, especially on the education policies and practice, based on my surveys for many, many years. Actually, the education shortage of teachers is unequally distributed. Maybe suppose the lack of subject teachers, student-teacher ratio, all these are affected. So there is uneven teacher quality across the states. Implementation of new pedagogical reforms under NEP requires massive teacher training and retraining also. Regional and social inequalities, there is, I have given the examples like states like Kerala and Bihar, there are glaring examples of literacy rate. Marginalized groups like SC, ST still face the access issues, retention issues. Also, there is issues of intersectionality. Inequalities overlap, uh, and intersectionality explains how overlapping identities, race, gender, class, and sexuality, it's all compound inequalities. For example, a low-income immigrant women may face layered disadvantages different from those experienced by middle-class women. So within the same group also there are layered of differentiations and discriminations, intersectionality issues. For example, a poor Dalit women face caste, class, gender, and regional disadvantages simultaneously. So there is one thing I'm just coming to the concluding part, that Indian social structures is hierarchical and stratified, while constitutional safeguards, affirmative actions, and welfare schemes aim to promote equality. Inequalities remain deeply rooted due to the historical legacies, economic disparities, and social norms. Technology creates opportunity but also creates job displacement. Data-driven outcomes-oriented governance can improve efficiency but risks the bias. So now the world has come that everything should be, outcome based. That is McDonaldization of education process, because everything is fed in the machine and immediately you get the outcomes. So that is not possible in a country like India that where everything is instantly available. So climate change also disproportionately affects poor communities. Informal sector workers lack job security and social protections. So India continues to balance the tradition and modernity, but there is also constant striving towards social justice and inclusive development, which is most likely, probably, you all can witness in the near future, and we all hope so. Thank you very much for the invitations.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now I would like to request Dr. Vinod Suna sir to concluding remark to this seminar. Sir, please. Sir.
Thank you, Dr. Subal. I'll take only 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, and just I snatch few minutes from our Arif, who is supposed to propose vote of thanks. First of all, I would like to thank you, dear students, for this 4 or 5 days. Okay, we hard work like anything, and it is your seminar and it's learning that you have done a great job. I would like to thank you all. Today's valedictory session is successful, and I feel honored to the dignitaries today. And in absentia, I would like to thank you, our Honorable Vice Chancellor in charge, Madam Dr. Nivedita Nath, Dr. Gunanidhi Sir in absentia, and whom I see always present, our beloved Dr. Jaydev Sahu Sir, till morning 6 o'clock to till 9 o'clock. You will see around the campus. Okay. That's what his greatness. Whenever I come, Sir will be available around. Thank you so much, Sir, for joining today. And we have with us Sri Sanjay Kumar Das, and yesterday he has all the day. Today he has here one session, and also he's here, and he's observing that what kind of education or quality, whether it is quantity education, is going on in India. So thank you for joining with us and sparing few hours. It's really helpful for us. I'd like to thank you, a person directly or indirectly who has helped many things, Sri Simanchal Mishra Sir. Sir, thank you so much. I'd like to thank you, today's chief guest. Though he has lots of work as a doctor, not like us, okay, like social science, because you have to go and speak. He has a practical work in medical college. He has come here and he has spared his time, at least half day from 3 p.m. to till now. Sir, thank you so much. And it has become a kind of helpful for us that you are here. Today we have with us Dr. Nilachal Patel sir. Sir, thank you so much for. Actually, I requested first Jaydev sir whether we can invite sir because he has formally not invited. So sir said it is not possible, and it is good that he is here. And what I observed, sir's first impression is that when we are here, this lighting the lamp, okay, he asked, why need to ask some student? So that is what the impression the examiner is supposed to carry. Okay, that is what I mean the control of examinations are supposed to have. Okay, thank you so much, sir. And Professor Palta Singh Madam is always with us, and last time also she was here in the 2023, and today, Madam, thank you. And I'd like to excuse that we're supposed to release a book which we have done in 2023, and unfortunately, the publisher has a little delay, and that is why we are unable to release that book. Hopefully, in coming days, like maybe in the Foundation Day or maybe the annual day, we would like to release that book. It was a good piece of work that we have done. Uh, so this is from my side. Now I'd like to thank you, Arif, as well as Subal, Madam Behra, then Priyaranjan sir, who has wholly busy with the catering and all. Okay, and where is sir? I don't see him. Again, he has gone for some kind of arrangement. Okay, I know. So always he's busy with many things. Within that, he has helped a lot. Though there are some problems were there, okay, initially, but we have sought out. And sometimes what happened, it is a very peripheral area and people feel like don't want to come. Dr. Ishwar Naik is supposed to join, but unfortunately he has feel sick and he has unable to join, but he has joined virtually. Now I'd like to request Arif to propose vote of thanks. And after, I think you will propose vote of thanks. Let's first felicitate our chair and co-chair, those who have given the time to the technical sessions. And along with, we'd like to felicitate our volunteers, those who have given time. So can I have the list, please? Meanwhile, you could propose vote of thanks. So, because they are happy. Huh?
Thank you very much, sir. Good evening, all of you. Respected dignitaries on and off the dais, it is my privilege to propose the vote of thanks at the valedictory session of this international seminar on societies in the 21st century, rethinking structures in the 21st, rethinking structures, inequality and sustainable futures. First and foremost, I express my sincere gratitude to Honorable Madam Vice Chancellor in charge for her visionary leadership and constant encouragement for to making this a grand success. I extend my heartful thanks to the Registrar Sir, Deputy Registrar Major Dr. Joydeep Sahu Sir, Comptroller of Finance and their administrative guidance and institutional supports. I extend my respectful regards to Sri Himanshu Charan Sarangi Sir, former head of the Department of Sociology, Kalahandi University, for his inspiring and valuable guidance and words. Again, I pay my respect to the former HOD and retired Professor Tatwamasi Palta Singh Madam for her enlightenment keynote address, which enriched our academic understandings. I would also like to thank our head of the department, Dr. Birendra Suna, colleagues, Dr. Priyaranjan Behra sir, Mr. Aswin Ogumanga sir, Dr. Subal Tandi, Dr. Rojalin Behra madam, and other organizing committee members. My sincere appreciation also goes to all the head of the departments of of our universities and faculty members. Again, I am deeply grateful to our delegates, presenters, keynote speakers, and resource persons for sharing their valuable knowledge and enriching our academic discourse. I also acknowledge the dedicated efforts of non-teaching staffs. Special thanks to media members for their presence and coverage. Last but certainly not the least, I thank our dear and lovable students for their truly and hard-working efforts for making this seminar a grand success. With deep gratitude to everyone present here, I conclude my vote of thanks and thank you all. I would like to request Dr. Birendra Suna sir to proceed further.
Thank you, Arif. Now I'd like to request our dignitaries to just felicitate chairperson and co-chair. Sir. I'd like to request Simanchal sir, who has directly or indirectly, I say you that always, because he is senior faculty of economics, and he always with us. Kind problem होइछे को हैला बेले संगे संगे मैंने sort out. Okay, so he's a person always with us, and I'd like to request our control of examinations to felicitate. And we cannot worthy to give a certificate, but just a symbol, sir, that he has shared 2 sessions today, 2 technical sessions. Sir, thank you so much for with us. Thank you. Now I'd like to request Dr. Kumud Chandra Naik, Assistant Professor, Anthropology. He has chair one session, technical session. Sir, thank you so much for helping us. Dr. Chitra Sen Bhuye, HOD of Department of Economics. Dr. Chitra Sen Bhuye. Okay. Dr. Madhulika, Madam. Madhulika Sahu, please. Madam is DSW and she is in hectic schedule, but she has chair one session. And thank you, Madam. I'd like to request Madam Palta Singh to do the honor. Dr. Sumana Roy. Madam is HOD of Department of Geography, and she is a intellectual, also a dynamic leader who is also a warden of a what is called hostel. And I'd like to request Madam Palta Singh to felicitate Dr. Chitra Sen Bhoye sir, who is a HOD, a dynamic teacher. Okay, always he's with the students, and sir finding out time and steering one session. Thank you so much. Just a certificate and Uttariya and a file. Thank you for sir. Dr. Pavitra Bag. Student paper presenter. Student participant. Pavitra Bag. Madam, thank you so much. Okay, thank you. Your blessing is so much for me. To request our faculty to student volunteer. Anadi is a final year student of PG, and is a very laborious and a certificate from Controller of Examinations, and yes. I'd like to request Soumya, then Deepak, okay, because I can see each face. And all एक तो ना तो हम नहीं पारिबनी सर्टिफिकेट आउछि तम ना रहला आसी कि नहीं जाओ समस्त पाखरु गोटी गोटी प्लीज एंड हमर ये कोन लक्ष्मी एंड झांसी डू दे हैव गॉट देयर सर्टिफिकेट हैं हैं
UG sixth semester, girls, please come. Please hurry up. ठीक है जल्दी. UG second semester. जे भी अच्छा 2-3 जन आसी जाओ. UG second semester. 2-3 जन UG second semester. PG first, PG second, UG first, PG first, PG second, UG first. सब semester रो पिला. गोटे ग्रुप फोटो नहीं जाओ. With this, I would also like to thank our alumni, ex-students from this college and universities, those who have participated in this seminar. I will also invite our PhD scholar madams.